Adam, I've got a couple of quotes for you from people that have obviously influenced your career or watched you closely. I want you to have a little think and tell me who you think they are. I've never really come out of a game thinking I'm satisfied with my performance. I've not had a perfect performance. I probably never will. Who said that?
Me.
You, yeah. Exactly. So are you quite hard on yourself?
Yeah, I'd say so. I wouldn't say necessarily hard, but like I said, I'm never satisfied because I never will have that perfect performance. If you're happy with your performance or satisfied, then I don't think I'd have much motivation to sort of improve and get better. So it's just personally how I've always looked at my games, even when I was in the academy.
Yeah, and then you get to Crystal Palace. Roy Hodgson was the manager at the time.
Yeah.
How did that sort of, once you got there and settling in London, now, I went the other way, I went up to Liverpool. You obviously came from North to London, which can be, it's not
change,
always easy, massive change. How did you find that adjustment?
I think football-wise, it didn't really faze me. I'd never really overthought it. I'd sort of just, when I'm on the pitch, like, I'm not thinking about anything other than how I can affect the game. And then, off the pitch is the biggest one. Obviously, moving down on my own literally happened within a few days, so it was pretty quick. And I was with my parents back north, so then I was in an apartment on my own, cooking my own meals, doing all that.
Can you cook? What's your speciality?
Chicken pasta.
Chicken, that was mine as well.
If I get home from training, I'll probably just go sit at home, go on the Xbox, Netflix, YouTube, just literally boring.
You're a football fan? Do you watch a lot of football?
Yeah. Like when was it? So after the game on the weekend, on the Sunday, one of my friends was down from up north, and we were in on the Sunday morning for recovery. Then when I got back, you had back-to-back games on.
Yeah.
Super Sunday.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah, and great pundits that day as well.
Yeah.
But what would you say your breakthrough moment at Crystal Palace was?
Definitely want the first game, because that was definitely a learning curve.
Who was that against?
Brighton away.
Right, hard. Had you struggled?
It was like 2 days after I joined. I was on the bench, and then Mark Gee got injured. So then I came on in centre mid, and like Brighton deserved it at the time. They were playing good football.
And press you.
Yeah. And like I came on, I think we were 1-0 down. I think we maybe went 2-0 down, and then not long after 2-0, I've got the ball. I was actually in a good position, but my first touch wasn't good enough. So then I needed the extra one to get it out my feet to then play the pass. Took too long. Gross nicked off me, and then they went and scored 3-0. We lost 4-1, so that was like, welcome to the Premier League. A lot of my game as well is 1-2 touch. I don't dribble too much.
But you can. I've seen you break lines.
But if it's on, I will. But also, if I can play it forward first time, I want to do that. And if I'm doing that, it helps me. But like, there's still plenty of moments in games where I've not checked, and then after it, I'm like, I need to be looking.
Yeah.
But everything happens so fast, then obviously you're not always gonna do it. But if I can do it as much as possible, it's only gonna benefit my performance. Is
it fair to say as well that I'm watching you develop as a player, that you're even more getting more confident with a lot of your passes, especially there's been a few times with Mateta where the passes, you've just done someone with the eyes and you've slid it into him. Yeah. Is that something you're trying to bring to your game as well, getting assists? Because sometimes we don't, sixes or a defence don't always get the credit, because a lot of fans maybe don't see, if you don't get goals or assists, but you make that important pass for a goal. Yeah, I think I can add that to my game, especially goals and more assists, but also for me, like, it's not too important. No. There's a lot of times where I might make the pass before the assist, and like I've got no problem with that. If that's what I need to do for us to score, then I'm happy to do that. But I'm always looking to make them effective passes that's going to help us score. Because I just want to win games. When I think about midfielders now, we all talk about how robust they have to be, how powerful, like an athlete. It feels like you're different to that. Yeah. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm the most athletic, the strongest, but like we were talking about before, I'd say I'd just try and use my head to sort of get past that if I'm against a more athletic midfielder. Maybe when they sort of switch off for a second, I can just nip in front or sort of anticipate things before them. And like that's how I try and get ahead of them, use my strengths against theirs to try and get the better of them. But yeah, I'm not the most athletic. I think nowadays you've got to cover more distance.
But you
and
don't.
stuff.
It's never. When you're on the pitch, I've never seen you not. I've never seen you lose a duel or ever be like anyone overpower you. So
Yeah.
you obviously use your strengths in different ways.
It's all, yeah, and using it at the right time.
Yeah.
Like you could sprint 50 metres to go and get the ball or to get a throw in and take the throw in quickly. But if your teammates aren't ready, then you've just wasted. So I'd probably just being efficient with my energy. I'm not going to run 13k in a game probably. But so yeah, when I do run faster or them little sharp movements, trying to just do it when I need to and not overdoing it.
Yeah. I mean, one of the best players I played against when I was, at Liverpool would be Paul Scholes.
Yeah.
And Paul wasn't that most athletic, wasn't the quickest or the most robust, but he just had a great football brain.
Yeah.
Knew when to play one touch, knew when to, maybe hit a diagonal pass, play around the corners. And he's very similar to how you play. And I'd also, your partnership with Will Hughes, when you think about it, that shouldn't really be able to compete in the Premier League. But not only does it compete, it's winning, it's hardly ever losing games, and you look so good at what you both do.
Yeah, I think it's just knowing your players as well. Like when I obviously came in, I probably spent a lot of time with Hughesy, getting to know him, and then we just sort of created that relationship on the pitch and off it. And yeah, like he's obviously very vocal on the pitch, and you know what you're going to get from him. So I think that just sort of helps us work with each other when we're playing. And yeah, sometimes that works. You might have two top players that are probably better than us, but if they're very individual, then we could probably get the better of them, I think.
Yeah, I think you're putting yourself down there, but it's a good one. I like this one because this is. See if you can get this one. An incredible player to play with. He's very calm, composed. For someone so young, he's very mature and very wise. When you speak to him, it feels like you're speaking to someone older than you. Who said that? I'll give you a clue. You're going to be playing against him the weekend.
Oh, playing against him?
Ebbs.
Yeah.
That brings a smile to your face. So you're going to be up against him the weekend, especially if you play in that number 10 role. What's that going to be like?
Just don't dive in.
Don't dive in. Yeah, he's got those fast feet.
Nah, it would be tough, obviously. I've trained with him many times now and played with him, so I know how good he can be. Obviously, we've seen it at the back end last year in them important games. But yeah, I think.
Will it be weird seeing him up, that number 10 shirt on? Not for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, maybe just have to get into him a bit.
Yeah, leave one on him.
Yeah, see if he's up for the challenge. No, yeah, it'd be good to obviously see him again and play against him. But yeah, I think like for players like that, for me, I just sort of I'd let him make the first move.
Yeah.
Obviously, playing against him for so many times, he sort of wants you to dangle that foot in.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, he's gone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if I stand, just let him have it. Let him make the first move, and I can react off that. I think that's probably my best bet. Yeah. So hopefully you don't watch this before. Don't know what I'm doing.
But you're in great form as a team. You know, you could have won the game, could have lost it, obviously, but then could have won it against Bournemouth. And then you've got a huge game against Arsenal this weekend. It must be, for Crystal Palace, this is what you want. These are the big games that you're playing in, and it feels like you're not scared of anybody right now.
No, I think, we're got a very tight-knit group. Everyone's sort of playing for the team, subs coming on and making an impact. And we've got that belief within us. You see it when we're getting towards the end of the games. At the weekend, when we conceded, we believe we got another, and then JP's getting the ball in the 96th minute after scoring, and we're going for the winner. We nearly did get it, and I think that's just the belief that we've got from obviously doing so well the last few months, that we just believe we can beat anyone, and I think we've shown we can, and we're creating enough chances to do that. So yeah, I think it's obviously come from previous games, but we know, especially with how in-depth the analysis we do is with the gaffer.
Yeah. Talk to me about the manager. He seems to be, he's done an incredible job there, and
Yeah.
his reputation. When he first came, it was difficult, taking over
Yeah.
from an icon at the club. But he's done such a great job.
Yeah.
What's he like day in, day out, tactically?
He's very, very in-depth. We do a lot of analysis on who we're coming up against, and then the game post-game analysis. But also very intense. The sessions are intense. We're working. The sessions aren't sort of laid back. Even when we're winning, he wants us to get better and better. So I think he's never satisfied with where we are. He always wants us to get better and better. And he's been happy with how we've been playing recently. I think our performances have got better.
Individually with you, do you feel like he's changed your game as well, or is it a mixture of just you getting better as just individual analysis?
I think both. I think obviously for me playing more games, a bit more experience, that helps. But then also just like he'll pull you to one side and ask you about the game. Maybe just say, I think you could have done this or could have done that. It's just them little things, little sort of adjustments to the game, whether it's being 5 yards one way more. That could be the difference between us winning the ball and scoring, or them countering, for example. So yeah, I think the small details, he's very sort of focuses on them a lot, and that makes a bigger difference than you'd think.
Brilliant. And then last question, your future. Obviously, you've done so well. You've established yourself as one of the best midfield players in the country. What do you want to get better at? What do you want to improve? Where do you see yourself in a few years?
I think I can improve at everything, on the ball, off the ball, communication on the pitch, off the pitch. So that's the list endless for that.
Ambitions?
I'd say just play as many games as I can in the Premier League and try and reach the highest level possible. Obviously there's a World Cup in summer. Everyone wants to play at the World Cup. You'd be stupid if you didn't. Champions League, if you can play Champions League, you want to play Champions League. So
the way you go, you've got a chance for Palace.
Yeah, so that's it. Just being as successful as possible, and winning trophies, winning games. We've obviously done that last year, the start of this year. So yeah, just there is no sort of
no limit
where I want to go to.
Love it.
Just keep going until you can't go anymore.
Yeah, brilliant. Adam, lovely to enjoy the weekend. Lovely to meet you finally, and looking forward to seeing you against some of the best midfield players. Ebbs will obviously be there, and Declan Rice, Zuba Mendy. But that's what you need.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Cheers.
Lovely to see you.
Thank you.